So leasing versus purchase financing, one of the biggest differences on a 3 to 4 year lease versus purchase financing, if you're going to be financing 6 to 8 years to try to get the same payment versus leasing, is the fact that you're going to have some regular maintenance on your purchase financing versus your lease. So let's say we're taking into account a 20,000 kilometer lease on a 4-year lease. So you're going to be at about 80,000 kilometers on both vehicles. Now at the end of your lease, you can return that vehicle, trade it in, sell it, buy it out, whatever you'd like to do. But the biggest piece of information that I'm going to talk about today is the regular maintenance. So at around 80,000 kilometers, depending on what you're driving, you're likely going to be looking at tires. You're also likely going to be looking at brakes. Another 20,000 kilometers after that, you're going to be looking at probably a coolant flush at 5 years old, transmission service. If you're driving an all-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive, you're going to be looking at differential and transfer case services as well. All of those things are not going to be needed on the lease because you're going to be looking at that 80,000 kilometer mark. You're going to trade it in before you have to pay for those tires. And with a lot of the low pro or all season tires on vehicles today, you're going to be looking at around $1,500 to $2,000 just for tires, and you're still making your payments on your purchase financing. Whereas that lease, you can get into a brand new lease that doesn't need tires, doesn't need brakes, doesn't need a coolant flush, doesn't need transmission, differential services. All of those costs involved can add up quite quickly to about $4,000 to $5,000, and you're still making your payment on your purchase financing. That is a portion of the costs. The next video is going to go over a little bit of the financing, taxes, interest rates, stuff like that on purchase financing versus leasing. But I just wanted to let you guys know that there are some benefits to leasing, that you're going to avoid some of those costs, especially when you do have that monthly payment. So if you have purchase financing around that same monthly payment as your lease, now you're going to add the cost of tires, brakes, batteries, coolant flushes, transmission services, brake fluids. All of those services are going to be due while you're still making those payments on your 6 to 8 year loan on your car, while you're paying interest and taxes on that. So really have a look at what it's going to cost you overall. And like I said, next video is going to be over the financing, interest, taxes of that purchase versus your lease. Thanks guys. Thanks for listening.